Hey guys, welcome back. So this is part 2 of me putting together the garage brewery, and honestly, we worked on this for like 8 hours yesterday just to try to get the non-brewery stuff organized. And I'm gonna flash to a photo of what it looked like, and comparatively, it's like night and day. The one problem I'm running into is I actually don't know how big my equipment is, so we got to do some unboxing before we actually figure out where everything can go. So I'm going to open up my Clawhammer today. I'm going to put up some racks and just kind of do some organization and just be happy I'm not showing you 8 hours of footage of me moving around boxes, because that's literally what happened yesterday. We did the whole thing where we did not declutter before we moved, so we got to literally go through all of our stuff yesterday, which is my least favorite thing to do in the whole world. I would have preferred to just throw everything away. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into this 240 volt Clawhammer system that we installed the NEMA for. Okay, so this is different from the current heating wand, I guess, that I have now. So obviously has way more surface area. I just realized that I have to put on all of the quick releases again, and I hate doing that. So many hose clamps. All right, so this is all quick releases, hardware, valves, whatnot. Little filter guy. Don't know what that is yet. This bad boy. Looks like I'm going to be doing some wiring. I can't tell if this is the same size wort chiller as I had before or not. I'm going to try to do a better job of taking care of this guy, because I was kind of an asshole to my old one. All right, so we've got a magnet pump. I also can't tell if this is the same as my old one or not, but it's always good to have another pump. Honestly, I really like my Riptide, so I'll probably just keep using that. I've got a link to that below. Oh, also, if you want to check out one of these for yourself, link below, of course. They're a little pricey, but pretty much the same as every other 20-gallon 240 volt electric system you're gonna get. And honestly, the priciest thing about this whole situation was running that dang plug. So if you got a washer dryer plug, way easier for you. Oh my God. It's so big! Guys, this is insane. Okay, this is my, I'm actually, super excited face. The other stuff I pretty much already have, but this thing is, the size of my torso. I'm so excited! Holy crap. Okay. Can we just look at this? There's a thing that I just pushed. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what anything's for. Obviously, the on button, this is where we plug in the heat. So the heat still runs through here, even though it is a 240 volt. Temperature probe, the pump. This thing's amazing. I'm going to have to mount this. Oh my God. And then your 240 volt. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. This is such a beefcake. Also, guys, I'm not going to be able to brew today. We still have to hook up a wench system. Actually, I'll show you guys. This was my husband's Valentine's Day present to me, a wench. So we got to put that in the rafters, and It's really, really heavy. So yeah, but I definitely cannot lift like what is probably going to be like 80 to 100 pounds of grain and water straight out of a kettle. So hop screen. I think this is another hop screen. So honestly, the main reason that I'm unboxing this is because we're trying to figure out if this guy can go in this little hole and what kind of table or support system that we should get. Because we're thinking about one of those like stainless tables that I usually use, but we would have to like cut it down. So the question is like, is it worth spending that money or like building something ourselves, but we really want the like leveling feet on them. So, you know, that's why we're undoing this box, because you know, it's just kind of going to be everywhere after this, but hopefully we can get it set up relatively soon. And I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbor rooster, but I'm a big fan of him. I kind of had it in my head that this would be more like a taller version of the 10-gallon system, but it's actually kind of like a wider version. I could use this as a shield. We go into battle. Oh my God, I'm stoked. Hoses. Always need hoses. All right, so if you guys wanted to steep me, like that would be okay. I will fit. I'm like running out of space quick here. This has been like the biggest struggle of my life because I'm terrible at organization, like genuinely horrible. I had to get my husband to like just mentally figure out where I should put things because like my brain doesn't do that. It's like, if I have a spot, I can Tetris it in, but like I cannot, I don't think in 3D. I don't know what's going on. And the kettle. Look at this big daddy. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So we've got our port. This is where our heat goes. Seeing 20-gallon markings in the inside of this is mind-blowing to me. One of these will become a thermo well. This one will become the thermo well. And then this one will become the out valve. Yeah, so let's see. Indeed, it will fit there. We just got to figure out how high I want it. Okay. Well, now I have this beautiful shiny kettle and nowhere to put anything. And still have a bunch of crap everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this up. And honestly, I'm gonna switch gears for a second, hang up some of these like shelving systems that I got, try to find a place to like put some of my new gear and most of my old gear, and then I'll come back and we can put this thing together. So next step is to install some storage. So I've got these MyThing Logic wall-mounted kind of hanging storage thing. They also have like baskets that come in here. They're typically meant for like sports, but I think they'll actually repurpose for homebrewing equipment really easy, especially like the ski ones. Look at how long these arms are. So these I'm planning on like putting my hoses on. It's just going to be so much easier to keep dust out of them, to keep them from kinking. Like if you drape them over this whole thing, it should prevent it from kinking at all. And yeah, I'm hoping that's a way better system than my old little basket situation that was impossible to keep organized. So I think I'm going to put this here or here. But I'm waiting for my husband to come home to give me his advice because he actually knows how to organize things, unlike myself. I could also do it up top, but I'm a little short for that. There's also actually a bike in here that I'm I'm legitimately going to use for my bike. I bought a really nice bike and don't treat it well enough. So that is actually what's going to happen. And that's going to go on that wall where homebrew equipment does not live. If you want to get some of these My Thing Logic wall-mounted rack organizers, I've got a link to the Amazon below. These are super sturdy, they're made of steel, and definitely feel like they will hold up to whatever amount of weight I put on them. This is kind of what I need in my life, like so I can actually see what everything is. I'm switching to all clear bins, everything, because if I can't see it, it doesn't exist to me. So I keep rebuying it. All right, so let's assemble the Clawhammer. So I've obviously done this once before. The 110 version is very similar to this system. We're gonna install one of the little spraying tops. Pull this out for now. We're gonna install a valve, a temperature probe, and then our heating element on the back. So let's start with our heating element. See if I can do this right the first time. All right, so I've got a screwdriver, a wrench, and my pieces are not all here, and my cord. Okay, so you basically just unscrew this. So it goes that way because that screws in. Okay, so this ring goes with the threaded part out on the bottom and threads on. And there's a little silicone washer that makes it waterproof. This is to waterproof the cord essentially. And this is where the wires are housed. So now I gotta look at the video again because I don't remember. All right, I super double checked how to wire this so that I don't burn my house down. We're gonna feed the wires through the little wire holder, whatever. And this is the housing, so we're gonna feed that in as well. And then we're gonna wire it. So they suggest that you put the nut towards the back. It just makes it easier, I think, to connect the ground wire. Unscrewing it so that we can get our black and white wires on, and I confirmed that it does not matter what side what goes on. So you can do it to whatever your heart desires. It seems like when you're wiring electricity, the cords just like never go where you want them to. At least that's my experience, but I suck at this. Go on, dingus. There she is. So we've got our black and white wires. And this guy is our ground nut. So we're going to have to figure out how to do that, which I also forgot already. Alrighty, so now we gotta screw this guy in. Of course, the way I screwed with those makes it a little difficult, but it's fine. So the goal now is to screw the ground screw and get the ground threaded on it, which you guys make it look easy in the video, but I don't know. Okay, it was way easier than I thought. All right, so we've got a lock washer that my chubby fingers are not going to be able to thread onto there. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm playing a carnival game. I need like tweezers. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I got this. I got this. I am strong. I am independent. Yes. All right, now don't forget to say your affirmations if you want to get the lock washer on. Now we're probably gonna have to do the same affirmations for the nut, to be honest. I'm like really bad at, you know, you would think I wouldn't be able to thread a needle, but I'm actually really good at it. Okay, it's a little threaded. All right, just enough. Alrighty, and then we just screw on the base. If we can get our dexterity back, which it doesn't look like it's happening. Alrighty, there we go. And then that, you just screw down that waterproof proofs it. All right. All right, hardest part is done. The rest is simple and does not require you to have full control of your fingers. Okay, so this you feed in, and you try clamp. And they recommend putting your ground screw on the bottom. I swear that's the first time I've put on a tri-clamp like well for the first time. I knew I was gonna screw something up. You need one of these for this connection. I swear I even watched their videos before I started doing this, and I'm just don't retain things. No wonder my tri-clamp went on so easy. Okay, so we've got our Teflon tape. All right, let's start with the lid. So this little guy goes underneath, and that is what we'll spray to keep our mash at a consistent temp. All right, so we're gonna wanna Teflon it, and there's a trick to Teflon tape that I always forget and I will never remember. All right, so camera cut out, but here's what happened. I put washer, silicone washer, Teflon taped the threads, another washer, and then screwed it on tight, and we are done with that one. Okay, for the drain, these are our 3 pieces. This is kind of a filter screen that goes directly behind your valve. Then we've got just a ball valve, and then our quick disconnect. All right, so I don't think this guy really needs Teflon because it's like not sealing anything. So you just hand tighten that on, and you want to keep it below your heating element. That is the wrong one. So you need a male quick disconnect because this goes like this goes like this. I think that makes sense to me. And this you definitely want Teflon tape on because it's basically your connection. This is what's holding 20 gallons of liquid from pouring out. And let me tell you guys, I worked on this project where we had 4-foot by 2-foot aquariums, and Teflon tape can do some amazing things. That's like 1,000 pounds of water or something. It's crazy what a little tape can do. All right. And now we put our quick disconnects. Okay, so that is where the liquid will come out. And ooh, they actually changed this design. So the one I have currently is like open, but this one's got a much smaller hole, so I can basically retire my silicone tubing situation. And this is just also gonna go on with more Teflon tape. You guys are probably cringing watching me put on Teflon tape, and I apologize. Just really bad at it. All right, so we should be all sealed up in there. So the other things that if you get this kit, I'm actually not probably gonna put them together in this video because I think it's very long at this point, and I already have these all set up. So essentially, get out. What you're gonna connect to your pump is another valve and another quick disconnect and another one on the other side. And this is the pump that comes with it. You put your valve on this side and then quick disconnect, whatever. And then on the 2 smaller of these, you put the quick disconnects, and these are for your hose attachment. So Teflon tape everything, obviously. Anything that touches liquid. And then, where did I put my hose? Where's my hose at? So I'm actually not gonna attach my quick disconnects to my hoses for this one because I can use the other ones that I've been using. So until I realize, until I figure out for this brewery what the perfect length of hose is, I'm probably not going to contaminate this beautiful silicone hose that's like practically crystal clear. So I have a feeling I'm probably going to do like a really long one and then a really short one. But I don't even know what this is going to sit on yet. So that's for another day, honestly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to keep making these as I move forward. I've literally spent 3 solid days working in here at this point, and it's actually starting to feel kind of more like a workspace, which is amazing. I still have some walls to finish though. That is gonna happen. And I swear I will brew on this soon enough. I'm going to Washington for a week, so I'm just delayed in everything I'm doing at this point. I thought I would be able to brew like a month ago, but such is life. Thank you guys for being so patient. If you want my videos early, merch, bonus content, check out my Patreon, and I've got a podcast out called Brewing After Hours, so check that out. It's on all the streaming platforms, and I think we're on episode like 5 now. It's getting there, and I actually like notice an improvement in myself because it was really nerve-wracking to begin with. So check it out. I would really appreciate it. And if you do, leave a review on iTunes. That's how you get found, apparently. I know nothing. I just listen to podcasts, so that's what they tell me. I'll see you guys next time.